Hello everybody, this is Fronto Boblin here and welcome to race number 23 of the 2018 NASCAR Siemens National Series season. This is the Train Sim World 300 at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. That is right, we're heading to Armory for the first time in this thing too. Yep, it's another new track on the schedule because we need new tracks. And this track is one of those. So, and we're bringing the NASCAR Siemens National Series here for the first time. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the season. And Dom Wazowski coming off of 2 wins in a row. He wants to win this championship, but the things are up in the air. It's like, can Dom Wazowski catch up to Christopher Bell before the season concludes? Well, there's a bit of there's a few interesting things. My voice goes extremely high for absolutely no reason. There's a few interesting stuff going on with Christopher Bell, as we might see. Well, I don't know. But regardless, let's now get into the starting grid. Starting on the pole for this race is Tyler Reddick. Alongside him in second is Dom Wazowski. Third is BioCrylan Films. Fourth is Edward. Fifth is Henne. Sixth is Russell David. Seventh is John Hunter Nemechek. 8th is Christopher Bell, 9th is Chase Briscoe, 10th is Ty Majeski, 11th is Austin Cindric, 12th is Brandon Jones, 13th is Matt Tifft, 14th is Ryan Reed, 15th is Elliott Sadler, 16th is Ferdinand, 17th is Michael Annett, 18th is Cole Custer, 19th is Jason Allgaier, 20th is Ty Dillon, 21st is Kyle Benjamin, 22nd is Garrett Smithley, 23rd is Bob Hunter, 24th is Ernie Irvin, 25th is Mitch Bronson, 26th is Ryan Sieg, 27th is Rich Rimmer, 28th is Shane Lamb, 29th is Eddie Miller, 30th is Darren DeMonte, 31st is Jimmy Clarence, and 32nd running and last is Ross Chastain. Yeah, I know you noticed Ferdinand's at number 14. I guess that's supposed to be a thing. I don't know. I just remember. I think Murder was supposed to be a part of this race, but I guess Murder is just doing some other things. So Ferdinand is taking this race here, I suppose. But never mind. But yeah, Dom Wazowski coming off of a 2-win streak, which is something that's quite interesting. But of course, we shall today we shall well, watch over the events that happen today. And there's a long pit exit. Wow, you can barely see the cars in this pit exit here. Wow, look at this. The field there just side by side. And here's the exit up Pit Road. That was very long pit exit. Yeah, this is a track that, well, we've come here for the first time for both the NASCAR Siemens National Series and NASCAR Cup Series. And I believe this track is actually a super speedway, so play trackisms are occurring today, and which means looks like we're going full throttle around this entire track. Or will we? Those curves look a little bit sketchy. I don't know. Like I said, it's the first race that we've had it here, so this race should be an interesting one. I'm not really sure what to expect here at the Armory, the Thingy Speedway, the Super Speedway of Thingy Speedways. I'm not entirely sure what to expect here, but only time will tell. I think I remember one of the factors from the last race that BioCrylan Films, or no, I think Texas was in this final start of the year. I don't remember. It's been a while since I last recorded one of these races, but BioCrylan Films is here today in the over 9,000 car. Let's see if we can get another win in the last few races of the season. Pace car is going to dive very quickly down to the back down the pit road, and the field lined up and ready to go. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this race. We shall see. But Tyler Reddick and Dom Wazowski will lead the field off. And green flag is underway for the Train Sim World 300 at Armory Digital Super Speedway. Tyler Reddick out with the lead early, though several cars going quite low here. Yeah, it seems the track there's very high bank section, but there's also the very flat straights. I'm not sure if we're actually going to have to get on the brakes here or not, or if it will be full throttle around the entire track. The field is picking up speed as they go down the back straightaway, however. Also, these meters, the game volume a little bit too quiet. I might turn up the game volume a little bit. But Tyler Reddick leads Oh, but 3 wide for second between Balkan Films and Dom Wazowski. Dom Wazowski going all the way to the high lane. That's not going to be super good for Dom Wazowski's points campaign. Although, with this track being fairly new, I'm not sure too many people thought this track was going to be a super speedway. But regardless, Tyler Reddick now has the lead here, but Dom Wazowski looks like he's going to have to try to find his way through this pack, as it is getting quite a bit congested here. So Tyler Reddick continues to lead. I forget how many wins Tyler Reddick has on the season, but regardless, he is doing quite a bit of things now. Balkan Films, though, trying to get a run on the inside lane. He's going to try to do something here for the lead. And let's see, we can't go full throttle on this entire track, because it seems here we have very flat straightaways, but very banked corners. The track has quite a few interesting characteristics. But Balkan Films, however, with drafting up from his teammate Russell David on the bottom lane, it looks like that Balkan Films going to try to pick up the lead here. Ooh, side by side with Reddick, though. These two are currently in a very close side by side battle with each other. But here's Russell David trying to gain an advantage here. How cool would it be to see Russell David in victory lane for the first time of the season? Hey, it's possible. So Russell David trying to now find a way around his own teammate Balkan Films, with Balkan Films currently with a commanding lead. Meanwhile, though, Dom Wazowski, who is trying to make a run at the championship here, he's currently getting stuck in the high lane, which is a bit bad for him. Dom Wazowski gonna have to get to the low lane if he's gonna try to pick up some positions on these guys. Meanwhile, just Nolgar's been able to make up a few spots here, and Chase Briscoe also up here as well. Chase Briscoe not known super well for his plate track talents, but trying his best regardless to try to make some gains here. There he goes, Chase Briscoe trying to go underneath Russell David for the second spot there. And Tyler Reddick now trying to get trapped on the outside lane, but somehow Tyler Reddick still holding his ground. But Chase Briscoe, though, going quite low to the track. Look at Briscoe go. He is trying everything in his power to try to get up to these guys. As Tyler Reddick going to get stuck high, but Chase Briscoe continues to draft off of Balkan Films. Tyler Reddick, interestingly enough, though, has been pretty quiet, but at the same time has kept up with Balkan Films for the lead in the race. Ooh, but how? Oh yeah, it seems these guys they're really trained seasons now. Balkan Films and Tyler Reddick. It seems that neither of our top two contenders have that big of an advantage on one another. Maybe not until now. As Balkan Films still trying to go low here on Tyler Reddick. Nope, Reddick still fighting back on the high lane, and Reddick leads this lap surprisingly enough, despite the fact that Balkan Films has been in the lead for almost the lap. And Christopher Bell went very close to the bottom, and Christopher Bell trying to take the lead here. Dom Wazowski really has been skeptical about Christopher Bell, but Christopher Bell, here he is now riding up here. And Dom Wazowski seems like he's still stuck there on the high lane. What's it going to take for Wazowski to get to the bottom lane now? It seems more guys are trying to pull more stunts here, especially on the back straightaway. And surprisingly enough, we're getting somewhat into this race now. I mean, we're lap number 5, but the field still pretty close with each other. The pack racing here at Armory Digital Super Speedways, nothing like I never really expected. You know, I don't know why, but for some reason I thought this was a 1.5 mile track. But no, it turns out this is a restricted plate track. Only the fifth plate race this year, I suppose. You know. I mean, we've gone to Daytona twice, and we've gone to Talladega and Orlando once, and now we're here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. Yeah, no one really figured as much that there was going to be a super speedway so late in the season, but here we are, with 3 races to go in the season, including this one. We come to a plate track. But Christopher Bell, the points leader, leads the field now by quite a distance here. It's interesting to see how much of a lead that Christopher Bell has on these guys, and meanwhile, Dom Wazowski, trying to be the rival of Christopher Bell, is still stuck on the high line. Dear oh dear, what's going to take here? I mean, look at Dom Wazowski being stuck on the high line. He's losing ground now. I mean, there's all these guys here. It's like, what is going on with Dom Wazowski in this race? Anyway, yeah, I might not talking about Dom Wazowski so much. Well, it's really because of the fact that, you know, he's trying to make a run at the title, but I mean, Wazowski's known for his plate talents, but maybe because he's never been to this track before, that's the reason why he's struggling a bit. But I don't know, it's not Dom Wazowski needed to struggle so much. But here we are, the Armory Digital Super Speedway, and yet Dom Wazowski's having. Well, I'm not sure if that's or he just can't find his way through here. Because it seems like all these other guys can. I mean, Bell, he's had the clear lead on these guys for a number of laps now. Chase Briscoe and others trying to get up there as well. Chase Briscoe, he's been pretty fast. Well, it looks like Briscoe now trying to draft off of Bell. Imagine Chase Briscoe get his first win of the season driving part-time for Stuart Haas Racing. We also have Justin Allgaier, though, who's doing unusually well here. Yeah, Justin Allgaier hasn't done super well this season, but here he's up here, and Michael Lynette up here as well, so some junior motorsports drivers come up here and try to do battle here. You also have Austin Cindric. Oh, Justin Allgaier, though, now going to go underneath Chase Briscoe for the spot here. Look at Allgaier go. We have barely seen Allgaier this season, but here he is, for some reason, doing extremely well here at the Armageddon Super Speedway. Could he chase down Bell, take the lead here? Good question. Allgaier trying to do it. I mean, somebody has to. Michael Lynette appeared as well. So currently 2 out of the 4 JGR or junior motorsports drivers, running up here. Of course, you have Tyler Reddick back there as well, but he's falling into a little bit of obscurity right now. Michael Lynette, though, now going low on the inside lane, but he's got Austin Cindric with him, too. Okay, it seems to feel starting to spread out just a little bit, but it's taking its time. As Allgaier still on the outside of Michael Lynette, but then it's still on the outside of him. And here's Edward trying to go on the very inside of these guys. Look at Edward go. Edward only has 1 win of the season, and that came at Eldora of all places. But Edward, is he trying to go for a second win of the season here today? Here at Armory, at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. Ooh, Ryan Reed going pretty low to the bottom too. It's like, look at that. In this race, we've seen so many of the guys, so many of the unlikely winners up here for some reason. Yet all the more likely winners are down here. And here's Russell David coming up on these guys as well. Russell David might try to do battle with these guys up here too. Although, recently enough, despite how fast these guys are going, it seems that none of them can catch up to Christopher Bell for some reason. And yet, here we have Ryan Reed, Michael Lynette, and Russell David up here too. Russell David, Russell David in a bit of the thick with these guys in terms of the points battle. Crazy enough, here is Russell David up here. Well, so far we've seen many passes for second, but somehow no passes for the lead. It seems Christopher Bell just the dominator of this race, and you would think that would be Dom Wazowski, but there's Wazowski all the way back there in such a far away position, not even know where he's at this point. But it seems like he's just stuck on the high line. He just can't seem to make any moves. Meanwhile, here's Russell David now going underneath Michael Lynette. Russell David might even just try to challenge Christopher Bell for the lead. How interesting would that be if that could be the case? And so Russell David, he might be the most likely person to get around Christopher Bell, though, as Russell David, I mean, he's a Tobon Motorsports driver, therefore he should have a fast car. He's trying. Yeah, Russell David just getting closer and closer to the rear bumper of Christopher Bell. He might try to take him on here. He has to find the inside of him at some point, though. Oh, it looks like that some of the guys on the high line are starting to get to the low line. Here's Tyler Reddick now coming on the inside. But here goes Russell David, going to now make his way underneath Christopher Bell and Russell David to the lead here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. Wow. It seems like ever since Ryan Preece, since he's been out of the 18 car, Russell David has been strangely competitive. I mean, Russell David, he put on an interesting performance the last couple of races here in the NASCAR Siemens. Actually, and here he is, now taking on the lead with Christopher Bell here at the Armageddon Super Speedway. A Super Speedway, I mean, it has Super Speedway in the name. Although Tyler Reddick, though, he's going pretty low. Although, could this be the best field's chance to get away Christopher Bell, as many other guys are surrounding him? Here comes Austin Cindric and John Hunter Nemechek now trying to have a say in this fight for the lead. Or fight for something. Yeah, so John Hunter Nemechek, I don't think he's won a single race this season, but there's Tyler Reddick going especially low. Ferdinand trying to look underneath these guys as well. And there goes Dom Trowazowski. It's taken him long enough, but Dom Trowazowski has found his way to the inside lane and is now charging his way to the front. Meanwhile, the battle for the front continues. Russell David holds it for now, but several others looking past him. Here's John Hunter Nemechek, though, with the run on the inside lane, with Tyler Reddick coming beneath him as well. Russell David now running especially hard. That's going to cost him a lead and allow several competitors to overtake him. And Tyler Reddick now takes the lead here at the Armageddon Super Speedway. Ferdinand up here is doing. Here's Dom Wazowski, the person everyone's talking about. Wazowski finally able to get up here to compete with these guys. Dom Wazowski now has to find his way to the lead though, but Tyler Reddick holds it for now. And here's Ferdinand too doing strangely well. Ferdinand in his final start of the season, driving part-time for Solus Motorsports. But there's Dom Trowazowski though, with help from the guys in the inside lane. He's got Elliott Sadler and Balcom Films helping Wazowski to the lead. But Reddick might hold the lead though for now. But here comes the inside lane now with quite a bit of power. And here is Dom Trowazowski now in second. He's been stuck on the high line for a lot of this race. But with his expertise on plate tracks, this may be his time to shine here. Although he's got some guys on the inside lane, though. He's got Elliott Sadler and his teammate, Balcom Films, who could potentially do something interesting with Wazowski. But Dom Wazowski, though, going to try to keep the vanguard position for second, and will try to take on Tyler Reddick for first. All these two drivers pretty evenly matched, but there goes Dom Wazowski to the inside of Tyler Reddick. The person that everyone expecting to do well here is finally running up front here, as Dom Wazowski takes the lead here at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. Now the question is, how long can he keep this lead for? You saw Christian Bell hold lead for quite a bit of a distance, and say, if Dom Trowazowski could get enough finishes better than Christopher Bell, Dom Trowazowski could wind up winning the championship. It's a tiny bit, but he needs to do a considerable amount better than Christopher Bell, though. As speaking of Christopher Bell, here he is now trying to make his way back up to the field. You also get Balcom Films, too, although Balcom Films not competing for any points. Balcom Films is driving part-time for Bobbin Motorsports, but he still could play as a factor. I mean, it could be a factor in a good way too, Dom Trowazowski, though, as Balcom Films could prevent Christian Bell from getting close to Dom Trowazowski, taking the lead away from him. You also have the rest of the island that could play into a factor. As more drivers coming to the inside too, here comes Edward once again trying to come onto the inside. You also have Austin Sinner doing so too. So Dom Trowazowski still with the commanding lead though, for now. But there is Edward and others. It seems these guys just starting to try to box in Christopher Bell and make him lose some spots here. Tyler Reddick falling back by quite a bit as well. This is good for Dom Trowazowski, but if Wazowski is going to be competitive, I mean Wazowski, he has one of the best cars in the field though, therefore he should be able to lead the field for at least a certain amount of time, and maybe even long enough to win the race. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that long to win the race, but if Dom could get his third win in a row here at Armageddon Super Speedway, that will propel him to a better shot at winning the title. And in fact, Dom Trowazowski might just be able to take the points lead right after this race. I'm not saying that's entirely true though. I mean, it might be very close to Christian Bell. He's going to have to finish the considerable amount ahead of Christian Bell in the next two races to win the title, but it is possible. The possibility is there. Oh, but that's not going to help him, though, as Elliott Sadler goes to the inside of Dom Trowazowski. Man, Dom Trowazowski's going to get punked up now. And he's going to have to find his way back up to the front of the pack, later on in the race, like pretty late on the race. See, Dom Trowazowski's in the best position right now to gain some points on Christopher Bell, but he needs to stay where he is. Otherwise, he's going to lose spots. See, there goes Elliott Sadler and the entirety of the inside lane and Dom Trowazowski. It looks like his fight for the lead might end here as he is. Okay, that's a bunch of weird camera angles. Maybe not though. Elliott Sadler looks like he tried to get up to Dom Trowazowski, but couldn't quite keep his distance. Ooh, Balcom Films though pretty high up the lane now. Yeah, seems Dom Trowazowski may have to consider worrying about Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. These two are powerhouse drivers. But Wazowski, if he can stay in the lead for at least the rest of the race, Dom Trowazowski does have a shot at winning this race. The question is, will he win this race? Of course, we must remember how the point system works. You know, if you win the race, you'll get 10 more points than the guy who finishes in third. And currently, right now, Dom Strzelski has 22 points ahead of Christopher Bell in the point standings. While Dom Strzelski considering the position that Christopher Bell's running now, Dom Strzelski wouldn't have the most amount of points or gets enough points to take the points lead from here on out. But if Dom Strzelski can win with Christopher Bell finishing third in the next two races, Dom Strzelski has a legitimate shot at winning the title. And Fernando really wants Dom Strzelski to do this. It'll be the first time in history, and possibly the last, that Toban Motorsports scores a championship in both the Skills Cup Series and the NASCAR Siemens National Series in the same season and of all time. Because of course this is the first year that Toban Motorsports has entered competition in general here in NASCAR Siemens National Series. Before this season, Toban Motorsports has never raced in NASCAR Siemens National Series. In fact, they never raced in any NASCAR series outside of the Skills Cup Series. But here's Christopher Bell, though, Dom Strzelski's main rival here, and Bell now going to go quite low here. Although what may play to Dom Strzelski's advantage is that Christopher Bell has had a few car troubles throughout, the practice runs of this weekend. So, hey, maybe there's a shot that Christopher Bell's car could blow up. Maybe, possibly. You never know. It's possible, but the question is, will it happen? And will it play into Dom Strzelski's favor? Wazowski, though, going to go immediately back to the inside lane and try to take on Christopher Bell for the lead. Christopher Bell, though, going pretty high once again. But Dom also got to rely on the inside lane to block Christopher Bell and get him away from. Oh, but here comes Tyler Reddick, though. Tyler Reddick, like I said earlier, he's another powerhouse team. While Tyler Reddick, he's pretty far back in the point stakes from Dom Strzelski. So, really, the only person that Dom Strzelski has to worry about in this race is Christopher Bell. Everybody else, there's no fear for Dom Strzelski. Because if Dom Strzelski wins this race, and even if Tyler Reddick finishes second or something, that's still nowhere near enough points for Tyler Reddick to claw back on Dom Strzelski. So at this point, Tyler Reddick he's out of it for the championship fight, unless some crazy stuff happens for this race and the next two races. But otherwise, Tyler Reddick he's pretty much out of it. Oh, but Dom Strzelski, though, now being trapped in the high lane, he's got three guys beneath him now. Not just Tyler Reddick, but also Chase Briscoe and Bob Collin Film. So, oh dear, two Chevy drivers and a Ford guy getting underneath Dom Strzelski. And of course, one of those Chevy guys, or worse still, one of those Chevy guys just happens to be Dom Strzelski's teammate. Not too many guys in the low line, though, so Dom Strzelski could always pick a fight here with maybe Ferdinand or Bob Collin Films. The big question is, I think the biggest question is what's going to happen in the first place. So, Tyler Reddick now into the lead at Armored Super Speedway, but Dom Strzelski, he's gonna eventually fight his way back to the lead, don't you worry. But, it seems the inside lane train is really getting up now, Now Edwards just got up to the rear end of his Soul Sports teammate Ferdinand. You also got Matt Tifft here too, trying to battle back, and convenient enough, Matt Tifft also bring his teammate. Tifft was on the low line, but now he's gone up to the high lane. He was bring his teammate Ty Dillon up here. Oh man, Dom Strzelski really not in a good spot right now, going all up to the high lane. As Tyler Reddick now with the lead here at Armored Super Speedway. Could the high lane have enough speed to pass up the low lane, though? Or not, maybe. As Chase Briscoe and Ferdinand and others go to the inside lane. Ooh, Bob Collin Films going to the high lane. So Bob Motorsports teammates might start working with each other. As Tyler Reddick continues to lead. But Chase Briscoe. Ooh. Well, you saw it in the background work. Pretty soon coming up on the riffraff. This is the point in the race where things really get interesting. Who can make it around the riffraff better? And could this play in Dom Strzelski's favor? Well, it's really going to play his favor. Dom Strzelski's going to have to get pretty low. And he had the lead at one point, but for some reason just can't get back there. Regardless, though, Ferdinand down there. Even though Ferdinand not gonna be for points, so Ferdinand just in this race for the fun of it for the most part. You know, even though no, I think Ferdinand was supposed to be in the race, and Murder is going to be in the final 2 races of the season, in the 14 car at Solis Motorsports. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, Ferdinand running up here and showing his talent. But since we know for sure that this is Ferdinand's final start of the season, you know, I guess he's trying to go with a bang. And Ferdinand might just return to Solis Motorsports in the NASCAR season actually part-time next season. So the field slowly starting to spread out. Here's Ty Dillon up here. Dom Zalski though, wow. Well, Dom Zalski and Christopher Bell seem to be losing more and more spots in the high lane. And it seems that the lead pack started to spread out. Now it's going single file for the first bit. Won't have any impact in the race though. As we're coming up pretty soon on the lap traffic, Chase Briscoe though going to go underneath Ferdinand for the second spot. Chase Briscoe might try to win here. Of course, Briscoe he now has a 98 car until the end of the season, but still trying to make some gains here. Here comes the lap traffic. This is definitely going to cause the field to. Oh, Dom Zalski, look at that! He found his way out of the sausages, and now he's trying to find his way through the riffraff with Chase Briscoe and Tyler Reddick. And the 3 leads go to the low lane as they should. Oh, Chase Briscoe going to get boxed up on the high lane. That's going to allow Dom Zalski and Tyler Reddick to have the advantage here. And these are going to get underneath the guys, and they are now free. And with that, Dom Zalski and Tyler Reddick have cleared the riffraff. Now to get away from the riffraff. And maybe Christopher Bell, and wow, okay, Christopher Bell has lost a lot of ground. Imagine this was near the end of the race, though. Oh, dear. But we still have so many laps to go in this race. It's not over yet. It's not over until it's over. See, Dom Zalski has a chance to make something magical happen, but he needs to, you know, seize his moment, I suppose. Oh, no, thanks to lap traffic, the field's going to be spread up by quite a bit now, so this could play into Dom Zalski's favor. Yeah, look at how spread out the field is now, thanks to the riffraff. And look at Christopher Bell, he's all the way at the tail end. And meanwhile, here's Dom Zalski surging to the inside of Tyler Reddick for the lead once again, with Ferdinand falling behind him and Austin Cindric and others coming up as well. Yeah, Austin Cindric, he's not a guy that we've talked about too much this season, yet here he is up with these guys. Oh, Ferdinand trying to go underneath Dom Zalski, but I don't think Ferdinand's going to be able to... no, man, it might happen though. Ferdinand... No, oh dear, that's a thing, but Ferdinand, to the expectations of nobody, Ferdinand takes the lead here at the Army Digital Super Speedway. A thing that nobody thought would happen this season, yet here he is. And Austin Cindric up here too. And Kyle Benjamin, Brandon Jones. A lot of the underdogs have been irrelevant for most of the season and now up here. What is this race now? Holy moly. Look at that. Ferdinand and Austin Cindric, 1-2. A top 2 combination that nobody expected to see this season. Yet here it is happening right here, right now at the Armory Digital Super Speedway. But Dom Zalski though, he's now high on the outside. That is not going to be good for him at all. Dom Zalski's going to have to really quickly make his way back to the inside lane. But oh, Austin Cindric and a bunch of these other guys not really playing into his favor. Well, the chances of these guys meeting with the riffraff again is pretty low, but Dom Zalski, man, he had it, but he's losing it now. And that's going to allow Christopher Bell to get back up and make up all the ground that he lost when the field got caught up with the riffraff. Oh dear. It was playing in Dom Zalski's favor for a short period of time, but sadly that period of time might be over. As Tyler Reddick takes the lead again. Ooh, but just another guy, and Elliott Sadler up here too. Junior Motorsports drivers doing the best they've done this whole season. I mean, Tyler Reddick, he's been pretty high up in the points this whole season, but here's just another guy, Elliott Sadler, 2 drivers that we've barely seen this season. May not wonder where's Michael Annett. Well, I think Michael Annett, he is in this pack of lap traffic or not lap traffic, backup cars. Yeah, Michael Andretti's there. Man, Junior Motorsports. Could the whole Junior Motorsports finish in the top 10 for the first time this season? Meanwhile, Christopher Bell, though, he's made his way back up to the field now. Oh dear, that is not good for Dom Strzelczowski. Russell David, though, as well, he's now back up into play. He's got Matt Tiff with him too, and Hennet and Edward Majeski is up here as well. Well, actually, no, he's not. Never mind. It looked like he had from the losers, but nah, Tyler Majeski not up here just yet. He could be later on in the fight, though, as Christopher Bell now leads here at the Armored Digital Super. Well, leads in second in the Armored Digital Super Speedway. Could get around Tyler for the lead though, but Dom Strzelczowski though, man, Dom Strzelczowski, he's gonna have to have the power one. I mean, there is enough laps in this race to make it happen, but the question is, will it happen? Nobody knows. Nobody indeed knows. Regardless, though, Bell leads some more. Russell David, though, wants to get back up here, but Dom Strzelczowski. Oh, Wazowski, though, there he goes. Dom Strzelczowski to the low line, and now he's gonna have to make his way back up to the front once again. Oh, but Christopher Bell once again gets to the outside lane, and that's gonna allow Russell David to once again get to the lead here at the Armored Super Speedway. So it's got Henne, Austin Cindric, and of course Dom Strzelczowski behind him as well. And look at that, Brandon Jones running up here too. But Dom Strzelczowski going pretty low once again as Wazowski just making his way back up through the field. As Russell David continues the lead, but only for a short period of time though, as there's Hendon though, now separating the two Tobar Motorsports rookies. And Russell David gonna get shoved to the high line. That's gonna, oh no, but Dom Strzelczowski gonna get shoved to the middle line as Edward gets underneath Dom Strzelczowski. Edward now trying to work with his Source Motorsports teammate of Hendon. Man, now it's becoming Source Motorsports coming into control, but Dom Strzelczowski's still right there though, and there's Balcom Films as well. Also, isn't it interesting how all the Tobar Motorsports cars in this race have some speck of white on them? Ooh, but Dom Strzelczowski though, there he goes underneath Russell David for the third spot. He now has to work with his teammate Balcom Films to get past the two Source Motorsports drivers. And this is for the lead. There he goes, getting past Hendon. Oh, it's still a pretty long way to go before the end of this race, and man, this race has felt so long, and yet it still has such a long amount of time to go. It's like, yeah. Well, there goes Dom Strzelczowski once again to the lead. Yeah, this has become a bit of a regular thing now, but Dom Strzelczowski in the lead. As Wazowski's definitely progressed throughout this whole season. And there's Christopher Bell pretty far back now. And you know, at least it would be in terms of point standings. And you know, if the race came right now, Dom Strzelczowski would get a big amount of points here, but it's not over until it's over. But Wazowski once again. Oh dear. Well, it's deja vu all over again. Oh, what is this race? Well, the entirety of the Tobar Motorsports all together now. Yeah, they're not working with each other super well. And Christopher Bell goes to the low line once again on these guys. Oh dear. It seems Christopher Bell and Dom Strzelczowski really jockeying for positions in this race, and everyone else really just, you know, playing the role of the moving chicanes or something, or the draft bars, tractors, I don't know, something. So at this point, Dom Strzelczowski and Christopher Bell are the championship favorites. Especially after the last race, where Dom Strzelczowski now 22 points behind Christopher Bell, but it's still not enough. I mean, it could be. See, if Dom Strzelczowski can finish, can finish first, and Christopher Bell can finish third for the next two races, Dom Strzelczowski does have a lot to a shot at winning the title. But the riffraff X ever kicks up the riffraff? Or am I just crazy? And I'm not 100% sure. We might find that out later. But for now, Christopher leads, but Dom Tozowski here, he is already back once again to charge for the lead. And dragging Bob Convos with him. Man, if this is how the race ended, though, Dom Tozowski we can only gain 5 points, Christopher, which is not enough. Dom Tozowski needs to have more of a points advantage on Christian Bell before season's end if he's going to win this title. Ah, there they go. But we still will, you know, I mean, we only have 10 laps to go, but with how long this track is, it's going to take a long time. We'll really have to see what this race looks like when we eventually get to the very near end. As Dom Tozowski, though, once again getting it forced to the high lane. As Tyler Reddick tries to pass him for the lead. Man, oh man, this race. This has to be one of the most chaotic races of the season, because wow. This race needs so much. I have to say, it's been a good, fun, enjoyable race. Unlike the NASCAR Series Cup Series race that we had last week, and once again, NASCAR Series Cup Series is back racing here this week. But will that race be any good? I don't really know. Well, it's a play track, so maybe, possibly. So Dom Tozowski going to lose lead for now, but already trying to look his way back up to the lead. Although, we really shouldn't say too much until we get closer and closer to the end of this race. You know, we're so close, but so far away to the end of it as well. It's just, holy moly. It seems there might be one more occurrence where Dom Tozowski takes the lead, loses the lead, and then takes it back, you know, near the end of the race, like maybe on the final lap or something. I mean, you saw Dom Tozowski's surging moves at the end of the Coca-Cola 250, I think it was the summer, yeah, the July Daytona race, I should add. You know, you saw what Dom Tozowski was able to do in that race, and what he's doing here is just as impressive, maybe more impressive. And look at Bell, he's losing so many spots now. This is, see, again, if the race could end right now, Dom Tozowski would have a legitimate shot at win the title, but we still have so many laps to go, and we're getting hang on, so I'm going to check just real quick to make sure it's okay, back to this. As Dom Tozowski, look at him. Yeah, look at Dom Tozowski, then look at Christopher Bell. Dom Tozowski can gain so many points here. But, well, I mean, you can. See, if the race stays like this for the rest of it, then, again, Dom Tozowski has a legitimate shot at winning this title. Still has a long way to go. See, if Wazowski, there he goes to the high lane again. If he could stay on the low lane, he could keep the lead, but he keeps doing like stuff like that. That's his only issue here. Whenever he has the lead, he just seems to do that and loses it out. And now he's losing out on Edward and Austin Cindric. You could get, you can get low in these guys really quickly and see if now Christopher Bell, he's trapped on the high lane by quite a bit. And if Christopher Bell can stay where he is now, then Dom Tozowski again has a shot at catching up to him. But Wazowski, he needs to win this race though if he's gonna gain the most amount of points on Christopher Bell, because if you finish first, you'll gain 10 more points than the guy in third. And Dom Tozowski needs to finish first in this race. Well, Cindric currently running in third. Well, Hedward running in third now, but let's see if Cindric were to run in third, and Cindric wouldn't gain any points, but that doesn't matter. At least Dom Tozowski will gain points, and yeah. I mean, Dom Tozowski still quite this is the very Christopher Bell, but Wazowski, he really needs all the points. Again, he needs to win this race and go 3 in a row. And it seems that Wazowski performs best at these plate tracks. You know, he's proven it this whole season at these plate tracks. You know, proved at Daytona, Talladega, Orlando, and now here. Oh, Chris Bell going now. Chris Bell, though. Bell not going to the low lane. Man, but Domson Wazowski. As Edward takes the lead. But there's Austin Cindric now going underneath these guys for the top spot. And Austin Cindric takes the lead here at Armored Digital Super Speedway. Something that nobody expected to see. Ooh, Chris Bell really close to the back end of Dom Wazowski. This is starting to not look good for Dom Wazowski. Had this race would have just ended just at the right time, Dom Wazowski would have been in the right spot, but things are starting to fall apart now as Chris Bell going pretty low. Yep, at this point Dom Wazowski needs a miracle to happen as it's so late in the race now. Had this race been short enough, we could have seen some magical stuff happen, but it's just there's just too much more distance. There was just too much more distance left in the race for Dom Wazowski to do something. Again, Dom Wazowski, he had the chance to make something magical happen, but there was just too much to go left in the race. That's all. Now it's just gonna start falling apart, and Cristobal not gonna get ahead of Dom Wazowski. But also Cindric though in the lead. So if Dom Wazowski can't make something magical happen, Austin Cindric will. Austin Cindric still has yet to score a win here in the NASCAR Siemens National Series, and he's on his way to doing it here at the Armored Digital Super Speedway. You also have Hendnat, who's only gotten 1 win on the season. Might try to go for a second today. 2 laps to go. Well, if Dom Wazowski is going to pull off the magical moment, then somebody else will. And now Austin Cindric is on his way to doing it. But can he do it? Ooh, we got Hendnat going to his inside though. That's not good for Cindric. We also have Michael Annett, who I don't think has won a single race here in the NASCAR Siemens National Series at all. He could try to win the race and win this race. We also have Solis Motorsports now up here. And Matt Tiff too. Matt Tiff still gets to win a race here in the NASCAR Siemens National Series. Well, here we go. Oh, Chris Bell falling back though with 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Maybe something can happen now. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody has to win though. But it's 1 lap to go. So Hendon now in a position to get his 2nd win of the season. But Matt Tiff on his way to getting his 1st in his career. Man, somebody wants to get their 1st win. And somebody has to win here in general. But who's going to be? 2 turns left to go. Somebody has to do something. Matt Tiff might try to pull a thing here. Or pull some speed on Hendon. Oh, it's getting close. Matt Tiff to the inside of Hendon. He tries to get up to Hendon, but it's not going to be fast enough. And Hendon will get his 2nd win of the season to win the Trade Sim World 300 at the Armored Digital Super Speedway. Hendon. He managed to get his 1st win of the season, and his 1st win in the National Series at Richmond of all places. And he's gone to 2nd win of the season today. Unfortunately, Hendon, he's too far back in the points, so not in the championship fight anymore. But he can at least still win, and he has proven it today. Matt Tiff, though, almost got his 1st win of the season, but Matt Tiff couldn't quite pull it off today. But at least he tried. Well, it was a very chaotic race. It didn't turn out the way that some hoped it would, but it turned out some way nonetheless. With Hendon getting a 2nd win of the season. So, that's Armory for the NASCAR Siemens National Series. Of course, tomorrow we got the NASCAR Cup Series race coming here tomorrow, so that's going to be a thing. Yes. I mean, it was still a good. Oh, Johnny even checking, and Brandon Jones came to the bench, and I can tell what happened here. Yeah, they were just coming to the low line, and they banged. Brandon Jones, you idiot. Oh well, it's the end of the race anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the bigger question is, you know, what where actually did Christian Bell finish in this race? That's the big question. Well, these people pull on the pit road. I shall give you the finishing positions. So Hennet is going to win this race and get second win of the season, with Matt coming up second, Edward third, Dom Solowski fourth, Ryan Reed fifth, Cole Custer sixth, Austin Cindric seventh, Bob Cullen Films eighth, Kyle Benjamin ninth, Justin Allgaier 10th, Elliott Sadler 11th, Russell David 12th, Tyler Reddick 13th, Christopher Bell 14th, Michael Lynette 15th, Don Hardy Nemechek 16th, Tommy Jiski 17th, Ferdinand 18th, Brandon Jones 19th, Chase Briscoe 20th, Ty Dillon 21st, Vinnie Miller 22nd, Garrett Smedley 23rd, Boston Stain 24th, Wiz Turner 25th, Ernie Irvin 26th, Bob Pointer 27th, Mitch Balton 28th, Shane Lamb 29th, Jimmy Clemens 30th, Xander Wyatt 31st, Ryan Sieg 32nd, and that's all. And last, yeah. So, that was a chaotic race. It ended not the way that Dom Wazowski wanted to. I mean, Wazowski's finished 4th, and Bell finished 14th, so Wazowski gained about 10 or so points on Christian Bell, which is going to give Dom Wazowski a more likely chance to win the championship. But had Dom Wazowski taken the lead from here, the points or the win from here, his third win in a row, he would have a clear shot and win the title, but just could not put it together somehow. So, yeah. But there are still 2 races left to go in the season. Dom Wazowski has 2 more races to make it happen. And with a bit of luck, well, not just luck, but skill, talent, and Christian Bell having a few problems here and there, it's all possible. But that's going to wrap up this race. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And tomorrow we're going to bring in the NASCAR Cup Series race here, so that'll be interesting one. But that's all for today, and I will see you in the next video.